All right, today we're going to get physical with technology. We are diving into what computer hardware actually is. From the stuff you see and touch every day to the powerful little bits and pieces working their magic inside the case. So let's jump right in. Seriously, just take a second and look at the device you're watching this on. It could be your phone, your laptop, a desktop, whatever it is, it's not just one thing, right? It's a whole collection of physical parts all working together. And that stuff, well, that's the hardware. We're going to peel back the layers and see how it all clicks, starting from the outside in. So what's the official definition? Well, it's actually super simple. Computer hardware is any part of the computer that you can physically reach out and touch. Here's a good way to think about it. If all the apps and programs, the software, are the computer's mind, then the hardware is its body. Okay, let's start with the things we all know, the most familiar pieces of the puzzle. I'm talking about the external hardware. These are all the components that live outside the main computer box and basically act as the bridge between you and the digital world inside. Yeah, you're looking at these right now. Your monitor, your keyboard, your mouse, these are your main ways of talking to your machine. And then you've got other things like printers and speakers that give it even more abilities. These are all called peripherals, which is just a fancy word for things you connect to the outside of the main computer. Now, could a computer technically run without a mouse or speakers? Sure, but these external devices are what make it actually useful to us. They're what transform it from just a humming box of circuits into a tool that we can use for work, for creativity, for, well, everything. All right, now for the really cool part. It's time to crack open the case and take a peek inside. This is where the real magic happens. This is the engine room of your entire computer. So once you're inside, you'll find the core team that does all the heavy lifting. You've got the motherboard, that's the big circuit board everything plugs into. You've got the CPU, the central processing unit, which is literally the brain. Then there's RAM, or random access memory, that's its short-term memory. Your storage drive holds all your files forever, and the GPU, the graphics processing unit, is what creates everything you see on your screen. So here's the big difference, laid out plain and simple. Internal hardware is absolutely essential. Without it, your computer is just an empty box. External hardware, on the other hand, is what improves the experience. It lets you customize the machine to do exactly what you need it to do. So we've met the players on the team, but what do they actually do all day? You gotta understand, this isn't just a random pile of parts. It's a highly coordinated team, and every single member has a critical job to play. Believe it or not, pretty much everything your computer does, no matter how complicated it seems, can be broken down into these 6 basic jobs. From the moment you click your mouse to the second a video loads, this cycle is happening over and over again. First up, input. This is exactly what it sounds like. It's how we get data and our commands into the computer. Every single letter you type on your keyboard, every click of your mouse, that's you giving the computer an input. And of course, what goes in must come out, right? That's where output comes in. Once the computer has done its work, it needs a way to show us the results. Seeing a picture on your screen, hearing a song from your speakers, holding a printed document, those are all outputs. It's the computer talking back to us. Now this brings us to the very heart of it all, processing. This is the thinking part of the operation. This job takes all your inputs, follows the instructions from the software, and performs just billions of calculations to create the final output. And the undisputed champion, the star player of processing, is the CPU, the central processing unit. Think of it as the master conductor of the orchestra. It's executing billions of instructions every single second to make everything happen. Now, with all that thinking going on, a computer needs a place to keep information. That's storage, and it comes in 2 main flavors. You've got RAM, which is like your desk. It's temporary storage for whatever you're working on right now. Then you have your main drive, your HDD or SSD, which is like your filing cabinet. That's for permanent storage, for all the stuff you want to keep around. And finally, we've got 2 functions that basically manage the whole operation. Communication is what allows your computer to talk to other devices and to the internet. And control is the master coordinator that makes sure all the internal parts are working together perfectly. So for communication, you're talking about things like your Wi-Fi adapter or your network card. And for control, the motherboard acts as the central nervous system connecting everything, while the power supply unit, or PSU, is the heart, pumping the electricity every single component needs to do its job.
Okay, so we've met the individual components and we know what their jobs are. Now let's put it all together and see how this amazing team works in perfect harmony to bring your commands to life.
It's really just one continuous lightning-fast loop. You give a command with an input device, the CPU processes it, using RAM as its quick access workspace. If you save something, it goes to your permanent storage drive. And then, finally, an output device shows you the result. That whole cycle is happening millions of times a minute, right now. And that brings us right back to where we started, to that core idea. Hardware refers to tangible devices of the system that can physically see, touch, and understand its structure. It's the real, physical foundation that our entire digital world is built on. So the next time you pick up your phone or sit down at your laptop, maybe just take a second to appreciate that incredible team of components working together inside. And it leaves you with a pretty amazing question, right? As this hardware keeps getting smaller, faster, and smarter, what incredible new things will it allow us to do in the future?